Nikolai's fucking cool as shit.
Let's get to.
Game,
oh god, it's so hard. It's so.
Oh, you did.
Oh, jeez, that's hard to do.
Did you shoot him?
Hey, I told you I couldn't leave you in a Carlos's world.
Loser.
That would just be too cruel.
His beard grew. Ooh, did I shoot him in the throat?
What about him?
Maybe. Shoot him again. That's what about him.
Why'd you do it?
Yeah, you got him like in the shoulder.
There's a price tag for everything. Even letting the world burn.
Who are you working for?
Obviously.
I'll tell you if you get me out of here. I'll pay you whatever you want.
Shoot him in the head and move on. She's so awesome.
You're a fool! If I die, you'll never find out the truth.
I'm cool with that.
I don't mind a little detective work.
Oh, she's so cool! Oh, I love them both so much. Every character in this was so good.
Why do I feel like Nikolai would have got up and still tried to kill her?
Probably.
I wish he would have. And then she just kind of like booed him in the fucking mouth out of the helicopter or something. Give a little personal touch.
Yeah.
Jill, you alright?
No.
Not really.
I lived, but other than that.
There it is.
Watch it burn.
There's no way to stop it though, you know, like...
Ooh. I'm sorry, but helicopters, when they go out of control, that's kind of it for them.
Not always. You can catch it as long as you don't like
It's finally
hit
over.
something. It's when something is bent.
Or it wobbles slightly.
Helicopters are shitty. This is probably a military grade one.
Yeah, that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Helicopters are literally like the most dangerous thing on the
Blast
planet.
washed over us. All this death wasn't caused by a monster-making virus.
Bet.
It was greed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that too, but also a monster-making virus.
I decided then and there, the ashes of Raccoon City would be Umbrella's ashes too.
Yeah.
Once and for all.
Does that mean we're gonna get more?
Well, I mean, she does Revelations in Resident Evil 5.
I know. Are we gonna get like some updates, some cool stuff maybe?
I
Or
doubt
maybe
it. I'm
we're
pretty
gonna-
sure that's it. If they're going to update anything, it's going to be the content for Resistance. Maybe some costumes, because people are like, how come I can't be... Or
Like, we
I
should
don't,
do, like,
I
an
don't know.
RE1 Jill.
Yeah, I wonder if they actually, beating the game, you do get an RE1 Jill. Because, I mean, the biggest disappointment for me would be if there's, like, no costumes or anything. But we'll kind of find that out when we get through this.
'Cause I love the
enjoyed
normal-
it.
I liked it.
I thought-
really loved every single character.
I didn't think it was that bad. And people are really not loving this game.
For what reason though?
It doesn't follow closely enough. It's too short. Yada yada yada.
It
It's
is
like
pretty short, but
Really?
most Resident
Like-
Evil games are. It's about 5 hours.
that.
It's short these days.
Well, I mean, that's a good length Resident Evil game, though.
Well, for a Resident Evil game, I think it's fine. I
Like,
think
how long did it take us to beat Resident Evil 2 remake? About 6 hours.
yeah.
So that's what I'm saying is, games like this, you can't judge it based on that. And then there's also, if you're gonna speed run them, you can take as little as 2 hours to beat these. This is how willing are you to run into the fray, fight what, do what, run past.
I love Jill. I love Jill as a character. She was awesome. She's badass from start to finish. I thought she was super great. They did a lot of justice to her as a character. I love Carlos. They did a lot for him too.
I would have just loved to see more of everybody. That's
Yeah,
it.
because they did such a good job for each character. Like Nikolai was great. Like I
Like,
just
I would actually like a DLC of what Nikolai was doing behind the scenes.
Yeah, the UBCS people
That
or
would,
something.
yeah, like Tyrell.
Yeah.
Like you could do some episodic things with Tyrell. You could do it with Nikolai and Mikhail, and then even Murphy, who's the one you find in the garage.
Yeah.
So you could see what led up to everything.
Yeah. I mean, I thought it was super interesting. At first I was like, it's not blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, you know what? But it's interesting. So.
I think the demo was disappointing, but once it got going, because that opening area still is kind of like a little eh. But I'd say like once you get to the Drain Demos part,
yeah,
it starts picking up. It gets more frantic. It's a game of set pieces more than it is a game of wandering around samey environments, not a lot of backtracking. And you got to remember that this is getting from point A to point B in a way that's not like a police station where you're walking through this labyrinth to get out, and then you're going through this sewer labyrinth, and then you're going through this big intricate laboratory. This is getting from the streets, getting a train working, and then she travels from location to location. That's it. Point A to point B.
I mean, I thought there were some horrible, like that hospital was so scary. It was so scary and so much fun. And then there was a bunch of action parts, but they also gave us some of the horror, and that's what I was worried about the most.
I can have one complaint. I would have liked to find more dead UBCS guys and read their diaries, because the couple that we did find, very interesting. And a lot of those files, garbage.
Oh, those files were terrible.
That was... I've never been so unenthused with files in a Resident Evil game.
Nobody talks or acts like that. It's terrible.
Very on the nose.
Yeah, I did not like that.
Love the BFG thing.
That ending, that entire ending sequence was super fun.
Boss fights were too bad. The Nemesis
was cool. I like it.
Were utilized. He was utilized right. I don't feel like we got a whole lot of them.
Well, you didn't get chased around by him, really. It was more...
That opening area you did, and then it was set pieces where you get chased by him.
They were all really just boss battles with him, to be honest.
Yeah.
He didn't really... He wasn't, like...
As intrusive as he was in the original. Because in the original...
I remember where you had to pick, go this way, or go in the sewer, or do this and that. And, that was really fun in Resident Evil. So you had to go, help Brad, or go in the thing.
But if you came back to those locations without downing him, he would be back.
And that was, what was interesting about Nemesis, and fun about Nemesis, and...
Are you going to fight him, or are you not going to fight him?
Yeah, the paths you took, because you had to do the worm thing if you didn't fight him in the one.
And we're missing the Gravedigger. He wasn't here, the giant worm. We didn't get brain suckers, but we got kind of a substitute for brain suckers. There's no giant spiders. There was just the drain demos, and I want to see giant spiders too, but it's not killing me that they weren't there. No balancing with the poison. A lot of weaponry. The hunters were awesome.
Hunters were great.
The hunters really packed a punch. The hospital was amazing.
Creepy.
The hospital was really fun. They extended the hospital. They extended the police station.
Yeah.
The streets was cut short. I'm trying to think. The sewers was added in with the streets, so it was kind of like a mix and match. We'll learn a little bit more about the Hunter Gannis too, because they were one of the more interesting games.
There's a lot of things.
We lost the clock tower. We lost the park.
Yeah. There's a lot of things that...
They changed the Undead Factory to a laboratory, which makes more sense than Undead Factory.
Well, yeah.
But we don't get to see that cool location where you see all the dead Mr. X's.
Yeah.
Because in the original one, you fight Nemesis in this area where you see just a lot of dead Mr. X type tyrants, and it's like, oh wow, there's a battle here with more than one of these fucking guys. But
I feel like you're missing out on a lot, but it was a fun experience.
if you had never played Resident Evil 3 before, this was solid. Having played Resident Evil 3...
If you haven't played Resident Evil 3 before, you should maybe play the old one too, just because it's got a lot different.
Yeah,
and a lot
it's
that you're missing out
different.
on.
It's got its own kind of style and feel, and it's really good. I'm not disappointed. Like, it could have been worse.
Yeah.
It could have been better.
Yeah.
But it was solid. Like, to cut away at it the way I've seen online is kind of like,
Yeah.
Ooh. What do we got here? She just walked up and picked up an empty canister.
I wonder if she's going to be working on that.
So, I got a rank C. I beat that game in 5
Under 6 hours.
5 hours and 45 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
My total playtime was 3 hours. So the game was 3 hours long playtime. And with the cutscenes, they added like 2 hours of cutscenes then.
Yeah, I think that's the problem, is you don't get a lot of gameplay.
Yeah.
I felt like I watched a movie more than anything.
Good set pieces. I thought the game was overall fun. I died 12 times. Whoa! But it was...
That's okay.
I liked it. I'll be replaying it again for sure. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I definitely like to see more outfits and stuff, but maybe some DLC with it would be kind of cool. But it was worth going through.
Yeah. The shop has been unlocked. You can now purchase items from the shop, which is accessible via the main menu. Points used to unlock items can be earned by completing in-game challenges. View them in the record screen. So let's see what that is exactly. The shop.
Yeah.
Here you go. So, Jill Star's costumes and gear.
Oh, that's cute.
Recovery coin. Generate health when held. Carry 2 to increase the effect. Iron defense coin. Oh, that's like the coins that were in Resident Evil 7, remember?
Oh, yeah. No, actually, the coins were used to buy items in the bird things. In 7, you put them in?
No, there's actual little coins that you could hold that gave you...
Oh.
Yeah. Crafting companion. While held, increases the amount of ammo gained when craft. So that was in the original game. You had this tool that when you used the tool, it increased the amount of ammo you got over time. A field combat manual. A manual compiled Star's close-range combat knowledge edited by Chris Redfield while held. Physical feats such as perfect dodge become easier to perform. Lockpick. A specialized tool which allows a skilled user to unlock simple locks with no keys available. Bolt cut. So you can buy the stuff so you can go faster.
And make it easier.
This is for speedrunners.
Oh, that's kind of cool, though. Only one outfit so far, though?
Yes, a small belted pouch
Go down. It's
will
a
not be
pouch.
available in assisted mode. This would exceed assisted mode.
Assisted mode, that's when that makes it easier. That's the easy mode.
Hot dogger. Anti-bioweapon knife is used by those who like to show off. The blade can be superheated, causing the target to burst into flames. Interesting. Samurai edge, so you can get her handgun from the original game.
Yeah.
Raiden. An energy weapon developed by Umbrella based on airborne electrical phenomena, possesses great stopping power, but only when targeting enemy weak points. Infinite handgun ammo, infinite assault rifle ammo. Oh, that's a different assault rifle too.
I'm just upset
Rocket
that
launcher.
I don't see any other outfits.
Yeah, that's a bummer,
At least we got that.
right? But this was in the original game too, where you actually got to unlock infinite ammo for different guns to play around with. That's cool. I'm into
that's
this.
Pretty cute. That's something neat and something.
So we got the shop, but obviously you gotta complete challenges or whatever to finish it. But that's it, guys. Resident Evil 3.
I think we're gonna be doing Detroit Become Human next. So if you're ready to relax and check out a story, I know like a lot of people like to see where people's stories go and see all the different endings and options, and because anything can really happen in that game. So
we'll see you there.